Katie, thank you very much. Of course, much of the attacks against Iraq will be waged from the air. We're joined now by an Air Force pilot whose work is only beginning, and for security reasons, we're identifying him only by his call sign, which is Grace. Grace, good morning. Good to have you here. First of all, after months of anticipation, how does it feel to know action is here and more action just around the corner?
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where everybody knew it was coming pretty much, and the quicker we get going, the quicker we get home. A lot of people have been here for a long time. And so that's all they think about is getting back home to the family.
You did not take part in last night's missions. You fly an F-15E Strike Eagle. Some of the missions last night were from stealth fighters, the F-117 stealth fighter. Give me a sense of what it would be like to go into enemy territory or a city like Baghdad.
Blown a gasket this year down with Miami Heat.
Probably having a good sleep right now. More than likely, he was fairly well lit up and didn't look anything different than going over Atlanta or Philadelphia or somewhere like that. Don't know that for sure, but there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of apprehension, but they're probably pretty well focused, and I'm sure they got in and got out, and with a little bit of difficulty.
We have all seen footage of anti-aircraft artillery being fired in the skies above Baghdad. As a pilot in a night sky, when you're seeing that type of artillery exploding around you, what's the feeling?
That every one is meant for you, every single one. Even though they're not. Things that are a mile away look like they're 10 feet away, you know, but then when you get back and you realize, yeah, they're probably a mile away. But, you know, every one of those things has your name on it, but hopefully none of them really do.
We've talked about the fact that last night's strikes were targets of opportunity. They came together rather quickly. Normally, what would the prep time be for a pilot like you before actually undertaking a mission?
Yeah. Well, sometimes we actually get hours or days to plan a mission, and sometimes we flex in the middle of the flight, literally minutes kind of thing. The more prep time we have, usually the more you know, detail we get with the planning, but sometimes in the air we just get told where to go, when, and how to be there, and what to drop, and then get out of town.
I mentioned you fly the F-15E Strike Eagle. What is its main strength? What is its mission in this confrontation?
We're kind of a big SUV of Airpower. We carry a lot of ordnance, go a long range, a long way, stay a long time. Everything from precision guided weapons, laser, GPS guided weapons, and a big mix. So we get into an area and we have a lot of flexibility, you know, compared to a lot of people.
And when you say can go a long time, how long are your missions generally lasting?
Well, you know, last year over Afghanistan, we flew missions over 10 hours on average, kind of thing. Some of the missions here will probably be long. Some of them will be not as long, you know. So, you know, we're between 2 hours and 12 hours, so it's very, very varied.
You and your colleagues are obviously in for some very long days over the next week or so, and we wish you all the best.
Appreciate it.
Grace, thank you very much for joining us. And we're going to go back to New York now. Join Katie and Al.
All right.